Hi everybody, welcome back to Environmental Science Analysis with Dr. Lisa. This video is for those of you who want to use the Rutgers virtual computers, PCs. You might want to do that if you have a Mac or a Chromebook. Or you might want to do it just because your computer is slow or because you don't really want to install new software on your computer. There's a lot of reasons why you might want to use the virtual PCs. So I have added a link here under my modules under week 1. Here's the link to the Rutgers virtual PCs. And soon I will have this video here also. So you just click on it. It takes you to a new web page here. Welcome to the virtual labs. Now, it's not asking me to sign in because I have already signed in. It already knows my username. But you sign in using your Scarlet Mail account, or basically your NetID. So everybody should be able to log in, and then you see this. This is basically what a desktop looks like for any PC. I know that you Mac users might, it's a little different, and it takes some getting used to. Every once in a while, I used to teach over in Hickman, and the computer in Hickman was a Mac, and I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing, because it's different. It takes a little getting used to. But this is, it looks exactly like the PC would look, except that it's within this browser window. Okay, so here are the icons for this virtual PC, and then down here are the icons for my actual PC. It's a little confusing, but here is the remote computing lab. First of all, notice that you have Firefox and Chrome already installed. That's, for some reason Word is already here. Here's your File Explorer. File Explorer. And then the other thing you will notice if you go here to the Start menu, there's all the software is here. So if you scroll down to Microsoft Office, hit the little down arrow, here's Access. That's one of the programs that you're going to want to use. Here's Excel, all the other things that you might have, OneDrive, Skype, all kinds of stuff. Here's Word. So everything is in here, PowerPoint, all the good stuff you might need. Note Paint is here. And also there is a video editor, which I've been using because I don't have a good one on my PC. All kinds of stuff. Mintech, some people use that. Good stuff. And then some of the really important software that you might want to use is hiding here under a thing called Class Software. So if you click the down arrow there, first of all, you notice that there's ArcGIS here, including ArcGIS Pro, which is great. Really, really great thing to learn. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to teach you any ArcGIS in this class because I just feel like it's overwhelming. It's too much. But I strongly encourage you to take, any one of the many classes that we have here at Rutgers. There's Fundamentals of Environmental Geomatics, Intermediate Geomatics, Advanced Geomatics. There's all kinds of great geomatics classes here that will teach you how to use ArcGIS. ChemDraw, 3D, all kinds of good stuff. I don't even know. Here's EndNote. EndNote is awesome. If you don't know what EndNote is, it's the most awesome thing in the world. It helps you write your papers and keep track of the references. Google Earth Pro is here. There's just so many good things. There's a whole Python environment here. You could write code in Python if you ever want to do that. We keep scrolling down, and eventually we're going to get to the other thing here's again a bunch of Python, and eventually we get down here to, where is it now? RStudio. So this is RStudio. So if you don't want to go to the trouble of installing R and RStudio on your personal computer, you could use it here instead. So this is exactly what it would look like if you did it on your own computer. Especially, if you might be having, maybe R is not running correctly on your computer or whatever, it's all here. So the tricky part is connecting with your files. When you first opened up this, I don't know if you noticed, I should have paused there, but there was a message that says, do not save anything under the local thing. You can save some stuff here, but it will not stay. It will disappear. Okay, so if you try to, oh look, there's my OneDrive. I didn't know that was there. I have tried to map a virtual drive. You can go here to network and you can map a network drive, but I have not been able to actually map my Google Drive here. I think that there's a security reason why you can't do it. So what I do is I open my Google Drive here in Chrome. In theory, you can also use OneDrive. You can use really any kind of cloud storage, but since you all should have a Scarlet Mail account that comes with a Google Drive, I'm going to use Google Drive. So drive.google.com. Yeah, I want to go to the drive. I don't know why it doesn't just take me there. And so, I literally have 3 Google Drives, but the one that I'm using here is my Scarlet Mail, scarletmail.rutgers.edu. Next, and then it will take me to another login page where I will once again have to enter my NetID. Someday I'll tell you the hilarious story about how I ended up with this NetID. But it's a long story and we're not going to do it now. So logging in, I'm going to say no, I'm not going to save the password, it's up to you. Verify it's me. Yeah, it's me. Okay, so this is my Google Drive. Right now I have the environmental science analysis in here. You could link to this because you do have access to it. So, you can just go in here. And notice I added a database here. So I added this one because it's one of the smaller databases that I worked with, and I didn't want something to be too slow. So double click on it, and it will say, what do you want to do? And you could just open it up in the third-party app or whatever. You could download it. You have a couple of options here. Scanning for viruses, and because it's a fairly small one, it loads very quickly. This type of file can harm your computer, but I'm going to keep it anyway. Double click on it, and booyah, here is access all ready for you. So just like it would look on your PC, it's exactly the same thing. You can open up any of these tables. You can do a query, create a query with the query wizard, do a crosstab query. You can do anything you need to do. It's all here. And again, you can do the same thing, opening up files in the video editor or any of those things. All the files you need, but just save them on some sort of cloud storage, most likely your Google Drive, whatever you choose to use. Again, I have a OneDrive account. I could use that as well. I could use Box. I could use Dropbox. I could, there's like 25 different cloud storage options you can use. So any of them would be fine. Again, I did try to map this as a network drive, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. Maybe you're smarter than I am. So that's a quick tour of everything you might want to use here. And then just the last thing I will note is that right here is the big Need Help button. And if you don't know how to do something, you just click on Need Help. And it will help you. Logging in, and then there's down here sharing files for printing, saving files, access to the clipboard, all kinds of stuff here. It shows you how to use the Google Drive, the OneDrive, all of this stuff, and also the printing, which might be important to you. And then when you're ready to log off, you just click Log Off. Are you sure you wish to log off? Yes, I am sure, and it signs you out. You have been disconnected, and then at any time you can either reconnect or log out. So this is what the initial login will look like. Again, you just go here. I have like 27 different NetIDs and stuff, but here's the one that I would use. My NetID, my password, login, and that's what you get. And I think it will, yeah, so here's the message I was telling you about. Please save all your work to cloud storage. All local files will be lost. And then there's, reserved for authorized users, acceptable use policy. You can't use it to harass or bully anyone, and you can't use it to look at porn. Yeah, HIPAA just means, don't store any private information like your social security number on here. Yeah, and that's all you need to know. Okay, so that's a quick tour of the Rutgers virtual PCs, which I hope will be helpful for those of you who have Macs and maybe some other people too.